Hello guys, what is up? It is Redcliffe, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at 20 things which I really want Mojang to add into Minecraft. Let's get straight into it. And by the way, these are all redstone related information, so yeah. Let's get into it. Okay, number 1. The first thing I want Mojang to add into Minecraft is allowing us to increase the piston push rate. For example, in this scenario, if I were to push more than 12 blocks, then the piston obviously wouldn't be able to push. But if there were like a /game rule command that would allow us to change the piston push limit, that would be really handy and allow so many more things with pistons. Number 2. The second thing I really want Mojang to add into Minecraft is allowing us to push chests and hoppers. As you can see right here, we cannot push either of these, which is very frustrating at the moment. But for example, if I were to have a movable storage system, or a movable anything, can you just imagine if we can move these two? How great that would be? Mojang, if you're watching, please, this is all I ask of you. Add this now. Thanks. Number 3. The third thing I want from Mojang to add into Minecraft is bluestone. Obviously, we don't have bluestone in Minecraft right now, but this would be a pretty accurate representation of what I would want it to be like. If we just right-click, or there's something in the inventory craft with either blue dye or something like that, then I really wish that we could make bluestone, and it would have some very unique ability to do something, and I'll leave that up to Mojang. If you're watching, please add this. Number 4. The fourth thing I want Mojang to add into Minecraft is to give us the ability to choose which direction a redstone should go in. That's what I mean. So, for example, if I were to power this redstone, this piston and this piston will not get powered because it's not going straight into it. There's no block here or anything like that. If I were to place a block here like that, then this would power. What I want Mojang to allow us to do is to choose, and we just right click with a stick or something, and allows us to choose go into redstone component. So this time it would go into this component right here, like the piston. And same with here, I would just right click and it would go into there. That's one thing I really want Mojang to have. Okay, I kind of lost track what number we're on right now, but here's the next thing which I want Mojang to add into Minecraft. The choice to have quasi-connectivity or not. And for those of you who don't have quasi-connectivity, it's basically where a block being powered, which doesn't look like it's powering something, is powering it. It's not a pretty good explanation, but I can make another video if you really want to. But in this case, if I flip this lever and I give this piston an update by placing a block, it extends. When I flick it again and then do it, it realizes, whoa, there's a change right here, and it's not powering. So I'm just going to unpower because I updated it. So I really want the choice to be able to take again, right click, or choose to be yes quasi-connectivity or no quasi-connectivity. And that would make situations like this a lot easier to handle. But quasi-connectivity is still pretty useful. So please, Mojang, do something that way. Number 6, I believe. The number 6 thing I want Mojang to add into Minecraft is wireless redstone. Just the thought of it gives me goosebumps. If I were to flip this lever, it would send a signal to this redstone dust, and power this, and push it. Can you imagine? Wireless redstone. Now, I know the skulk sensor is coming out. I really have high hopes for the skulk sensor, as I believe it'll open a lot more possibilities for redstone. I really hope they don't mess it up. But if you really want to, Mojang, if you don't have too much confidence in the skulk sensor, excuse me, then please add some form of wireless redstone. Number 7. The 7th thing I want Mojang to add into Minecraft is, this is going to be kind of hard to explain. How would I say this? I want it to be so that there's an easy way to farm this dust right here, this redstone dust. I want there to be an easy way to farm this instead of mining. I mean, if you have a fortune pickaxe, I get it. You're gonna get tons of them. But if you're just a starter, there has to be some way that's easier that you can get redstone dust. There's gotta be some other way. Mojang, please add some way to make it easy to get redstone dust. Number 8, I believe. Now, this my idea for this would be called a site detector. Basically, here's the concept. When you look at the device or the component, the redstone component, it would give an output and power whatever it's going into. So, for example, in this case, if this was the component, this would be called the site detector. If I looked at it, then it would give a redstone output, and when I looked away, then it would stop out. I think this would be a really cool idea and form all sorts of traps and trickery. It would open a whole new realm of Minecraft. Okay, number 9, I believe. Now, for this one, I really want this to happen. I just want it to happen. If Mojang, if you could do this, this would be awesome. Please do it. I want it to be, if I flip this lever, this doesn't happen. I want all of this redstone to be powered and not break, like you just saw there. So if I power, I'll just do it with one press. If I power this one piston, I mean extend because the lever's there, but I want it to be so that this redstone dust can go on top of pistons. I really want redstone dust to be that it won't break. This is a very annoying thing that happens in Minecraft. Okay, 10, I believe. I'm probably off track, but my next one I want Mojang to add into Minecraft is the explosion detector. Let's say, I'm just using observer for this example, but it would be some other block that cannot be broken by explosions, like it cannot be exploded. But it will give a redstone output when there is an explosion. So if I were to fire this, I don't want to do it right now, but if you were to fire, it would not blow up and give a redstone output. And I believe that would be a pretty cool idea, and you can make some very interesting things with that. Okay, 11, I believe. Now this is one of the biggest ones. I really want Mojang to add this. If we can teleport items or transport them through air, that would be so cool. Can you imagine if I threw an item inside of this hopper that would travel here and it would end up in here? Can you imagine how cool that would be? That would be amazing. That would allow all sorts of things. But I know we have the ender chest. The ender chest is a very cool thing, but I believe that with this transportation hoppers, like it would be called something like that, we can make so many more things. But obviously it would have to be an endgame item, otherwise this would be too overpowered. This is one which I haven't heard many people talk about, but it's something I kind of want. Well, I do want it. I want the delay of redstone torches to be faster. Meaning, for example, if you look at this redstone, there's a slight delay every time I click it. I just want it to be instant. A slight delay after I click it. I just want it to be instant. I feel like that would be kind of better in some situations. Okay, next up. I would like to call this the zero tick repeater, but Mojang, you can call it whatever you want. This is the concept. When you flick the lever, this would generate a zero tick pulse, meaning it would just give one tick, just a pulse. It would, there's no monostable circuit or anything like that. It would just give a pulse, kind of like an observer, but it's a zero tick. So that way it's much easier to do zero tick pulses, because nowadays we have to take the comparator. I believe it's something like this, and then we do sticky piston, I think nowadays it's something like this, or a zero tick pulse, let's see. Yep, that's zero tick pulse generator. Yeah, please, Mojang, make this simple. I don't want to have to do this to make the fastest things. Okay, next up. Now, this is a very minor thing, and I know, wait a second. I'm not even sure if this is a problem. Either it's my Optifine or something else, but if I just want to see redstone like this, I don't want to have to use Optifine for this. Maybe I'm just not knowing. Okay, I'm not sure if I would count this as a problem. Maybe it's in-game, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I don't want to have to use Optifine to see redstone under glass. That's basically it. Moving swiftly onward from that little thing. I really want Mojang to have another redstone update, like a really big redstone update. The one with pistons, hoppers, comparators, repeaters, these are all great, what do you call it? Great components, great components that we use nowadays, and they're so helpful. We use them for almost everything, and every contraption. Those are the only ones. Please, I want to expand this library even further. Please, Mojang. Here's another one which I haven't heard any person talk about, and it's a really cool idea in my opinion. Let's see. So here's the idea. You power this stick. This is a sticky piston, and I powered it. And when I don't power it anymore, I want to retract all of the blocks. That would be super, really, really cool. I mean, it would have to be an endgame item. Obviously, that's pretty powerful because 3x3 piston doors, for example, would be a lot easier because you could just retract all of the blocks instantly. That would be really cool. But if you could have something like that it would just pull all of them down, that would be amazing. And before all of you start commenting to me in the comment section below that there's slime blocks and you can just use those instead, I know. I just know that. You don't have to say that. It's kind of obvious. I mean, I know my stuff. I mean, I know what I want. I mean, just with blocks, that's what I mean. Okay, here's one which I just can't represent right now. I'm not in the snapshot. But when skulk sensors come out, I really, this is a very, very important thing, Mojang. Please listen. When we give a sound to a skulk sensor, let's say they're this far apart, we give a sound by flicking lever, like that. Then it'll give a signal, and then it'll like do a trapdoor, let's get a trapdoor out, or maybe even a fence gate, and it'll power that. When that happens, I don't want this sound to come back here. I want there to be an option where I could right-click the skulk sensor saying, sound reflect yes, sound reflect no. I mean, I don't know why you would want a sound effect, but yeah, but I just really want that option because it's very, very difficult right now. I mean, from what it looks like, skulk sensors will be a pretty big change in redstone, but I don't want that to completely ruin it. Otherwise, you have to get wool and all sorts of other things. I mean, yeah. Here's one which I just cannot explain. How to say this. So, I would say that I want Mojang to add a redstone preset from Minecraft. Meaning, I know there's the sandstone preset in super flat worlds, but I just want a redstone preset in general where no mob spawn, nothing happens. I mean, it's easy mode or something, but no mob spawn. You could do whatever you want. You could do, yeah, and it's an iron world or something like that. That's the idea, instead of sandstone. And that's basically that idea. Okay, next up, okay, how do I say this? I want dispensers to be able to feed us food. I know that sounds really weird, but if I'm standing like this and a dispenser gives me food and I'm standing right here, I want like Mojang to run a command or something that will just give it to us. Not like literally give it, but it'll also feed us it. That would be really cool, and that would allow us to eat much faster, and that would create very cool health reboost stations, and I feel like that would be a really cool idea. And the final idea, I believe this is number 20, yeah, it should be number 20. Here's the final idea. Redstone emails. Now, I know this idea might be this is probably the same, very close to the item transportation teleportation thing. But I want it to be so that I could take a book and quill, I could write, hello, how are you? Oh, how are you? And then I could take that, I could take that message and I could do 2 inside of there, and then, I don't know, move 1, 2, 3, and then I do something with it. I just put in like a redstone mechanism, and then it'll get emailed to that person if they're in the same server. I think that's a really cool idea, and it would allow a lot more communication systems. Well, I guess that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, etc. I think you know what to do. According to YouTube statistics, you actually should. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and check out some more of my vids. Bye!